And welcome to tonight's episode, our season one finale of the Wholeness Without Hustle podcast, where I am your girl, Coach TJ. I am your strategist, your transformation strategist, your podcast host, your friend, your sister girl, and the leader of this discussion tonight. I want to say welcome. I want to say welcome to our Facebook audience. Yay! And I also want to say thank you and welcome to our YouTube audience, as well as thank you to all the other platforms. Maybe you're watching the replay, maybe you're listening live. We want to say thank you. Do us a favor, drop it in the comments. Now, I am going to be trying to navigate a few comments from each one of the platforms if I can tonight. We're trying something new. So if I don't get to your comment, please don't charge it to my heart, but charge it to my head, because I'm trying to do some new stuff with you guys tonight. So I want to go ahead and jump into tonight's discussion because we have a lot to unpack tonight. So buckle up. It's going to be a little bit of a ride tonight, but we want to make sure that we cover everything that we were intended to talk about tonight. If that's okay with you all. So put it one in the chat. If this is your first time joining us, we want to welcome you again to the Wholeness Without Hustle podcast. This is our season one finale. And so tonight, the subject of our discussion is the most dangerous person you'll ever become is the one who stops becoming. What if I told you that the most dangerous person you'll ever meet isn't your enemy, it isn't your critic, it isn't the person who betrayed you? The most dangerous person you'll ever become is the version of yourself who slowly stopped becoming. Not overnight, not because you failed, but because life just happened. Like responsibilities happen, titles happen, trauma, survival. And then one day, you looked in the mirror and you realized that you have become incredibly successful at managing life that no longer felt like your own. Tonight, I don't want to just motivate you because motivation fades. I want to confront you. I want to agitate you to think about the things that we talk about tonight. This isn't really just a podcast. It's actually an intervention tonight. See, the big ideal is that the season we've already talked about is burnout. We've already talked about peace and changing lanes and waiting and when the red flags happen and protecting your peace like it's your paycheck. But what if I told you that these were never the problem? They were only the symptoms. Every episode this season has been pointing to one diagnosis: self-abandonment. Somewhere between becoming who everyone needed, we stopped becoming who God created. Now, y'all know I love my statistics. And so the Gallup report reports that over half of the workers in the United States and Canada experience significant daily stress. Think about that. Half of the people you pass by this week are carrying invisible weight, yet they're normalizing saying, I'm busy or I'm okay. No, we are exhausted, and we're starting to call this exhaustion like an ambition. Like we're on this journey to see how exhausted we can be. Like I've had a couple phone calls this week of people who was so exhausted that they took on a sickness and an illness. So burnout, it isn't proof that you're working hard. Sometimes it's proof that you've been living disconnected from yourself for far too long. See, scripture says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? In Mark 8:36. Jesus asked this question over 2,000 years ago. But yet today we've learned how to gain the promotion. We've learned how to lose the marriage. We've learned how to gain followers, but lose our identity. We've learned how to gain the applause, but lose our peace. We've learned how to gain the salary only to lose our health. But the question isn't, what did you gain? The question is, what did it cost you? It's a little story time. I know something about being successful while quietly becoming disconnected. See, when I moved to Virginia, I thought I needed a new city. I needed a new opportunity, a new beginning. I'm going to reinvent my life because life had been lifing and doors had closed where I came from in South Carolina. But what I discovered was something that kind of changed my life. And I was speaking with Coach K earlier today, and I said, this episode tonight, really is taking a lot because I had to do a lot of self-reflection, and I discovered that geography cannot heal what only wholeness can. Sometimes we keep changing locations, or I keep changing locations when God is just trying to change us. And so in this season, in this episode tonight, I want to be a little more transparent. And by all means, if I say something, put it in the chat. We want to be a little bit more interactive. But I want you to imagine walking into your bathroom with no makeup on, no filters, no titles, no LinkedIn profiles, no church position, no degrees, no kids, no dog, no husband, no boyfriend, just you standing in front of a mirror. And I want you to ask yourself a question and answer it honestly. If your success disappeared tomorrow, would you still know who you are today? Can you ask yourself how I became someone that I'm proud to live with? Or have I become someone that I'm proud to live with? Do you even like you anymore? Because the most dangerous person you'll ever become isn't the one who stops becoming. See, as this season 1 of our podcast comes to an end, your story does it, your healing does it, your purpose does it, your becoming certainly does it come to an end. And so I want to, with gratitude, say thank you for joining me on this season 1 journey. Thank you for participating in the podcast, listening, sharing as we are going along this journey. And when we come into next season, it's going to be even more powerful than this season. But I want you, if you don't take anything else away from season 1, we want to make sure that we end with protecting your peace, honoring your purpose, and never stop becoming the person that God created you to be. So welcome to the rest of your life. Now, we said the title is the most dangerous person you'll ever become is the one who stops becoming. That's what we're talking about today. So here's the question that we have to start out the gate. In our old podcast, we say the train has left the station. What if the greatest threat to your future isn't failure? What if it's just becoming so comfortable with the version of yourself that stopped growing, that you mistake survival for living? Ooh. See, I don't want you to just be motivated because motivation expires. I want you to be not only motivated, I want you to be inspirational. Even though inspiration is an emotion, I want you to interrupt your daily broadcast of your life because interruptions change the direction. And I know that somebody is listening tonight with just one interruption function away from getting their life back. See, we live in a culture that applauds busyness. Like, I remember when I was a kid, TV went off at a certain time at night. They waved the flag, they did the Pledge of Allegiance, and the TV went off because that was the time to cut off. But today, it never stops. News keep on at 5, 6, and 11. Now it's on 24/7. And if you're exhausted, if you're overwhelmed, if you're successful, if your calendar is full, then our society and this culture tells us that our life must be meaningful. But I want to ask you something. When did exhaustion become a status symbol? When did anxiety become proof of ambition? When did wearing burnout like a badge become something we celebrated? See, somewhere along the way, we confuse movement with progress. We confuse activity with purpose. We confuse achievement with identity. See, this season that we're talking about, protecting your peace, we've talked about changing the lanes and waiting, and life is life, and surely life has been lifing for me these last couple of days. But needless to say, I am learning how to balance without getting burnt out. See, many of you have gone through different circumstances, different conversations, but these were all chapters in the same story of what we call your life. And the wonderful thing about your life is there is a next chapter. And that chapter is called, Who Are You Becoming? It's not about what you're building, what you're buying, what you've earned. It's simply, who are you becoming next? There's a Gallup report that talks about half of the workers in the United States and Canada report experiencing significant stress on a daily basis. Think about that. Daily, people are stressed out. That means half of the people that you've encountered with are probably stressed out. And they're thinking that they're high functioning people, but they're really carrying invisible stress. And stress is the number one silent killer amongst women because it causes heart attacks. And specifically, someone is smiling while they're silently struggling. And here's what really breaks my heart is we become so accustomed to functioning while we're fractured that we call it normal. Here's one for you. As the kids say, clock it. The most dangerous prison isn't the one built with the steel bars. It's the one built from the expectations, the obligations, and the fear of disappointing everyone except yourself. Ooh, see, I know I lived this. For years, I chased excellence. I climbed the corporate ladder. I achieved things. I was excited about bragging and telling people how I hopped countries after countries for my job. I led teams. I solved some of the most complex problems. And people would look at my resume and they saw the success, but there came a season when I had to ask myself, if everyone stopped applauding me tomorrow, would I still know who I am? And then it hit me when I moved into a new city that I didn't realize who I was, but I was discovering that this was changing my life forever. See, the geography couldn't heal what the identity was wounded by. You can change zip codes. You can carry the same emotional baggage. You can change jobs and still wake up empty. You can change relationships and still not recognize the person in the mirror. And so I want you to do something. Not tomorrow, but I want you to do it right now. Imagine you're standing in front of a mirror with no makeup, no filters, no titles, no business cards, no nothing. Just you in that mirror. And if everything you do disappeared tomorrow, who would be standing in front of that? So it's not about being more productive. It's not about setting bigger goals. It's not even about fixing your life. Tonight is about remembering the person that God created before the world told you you had to be. Because I believe the most dangerous person you'll ever become isn't the one who failed. It's the one who stopped becoming and didn't even notice that I wasn't there. See, we recently all went through the pandemic. But here's the thing, there's a silent epidemic that's affecting millions of successful women. An epidemic that has nothing to do with weakness and everything to do with self-abandonment. So let's dialogue about this self-epidemic, about self-abandonment, just for a few moments. And if you're probably not burned out because you're doing too much, you're probably burned out because you've been carrying too much of what has never been yours to carry. See, there's a difference. One is a time problem, the other is an identity problem. We've become experts at managing appearances. There's an old commercial called a little Maybelline, or maybe it's Maybelline. We smile when we're anxious. We serve while we're empty. We encourage everyone else, but we're quietly discouraging ourselves. We learn how to function without flourishing. And the scary part, after a while, you even stop noticing. You begin calling survival it's just life. You begin calling the exhaustion I'm adulting. And you begin calling anxiety it's my ambition. I got this. I am every woman. Be all I need to be. I'm Superwoman. I told you before, my favorite cartoon as a kid was Superwoman. I'm sorry, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman. She represented so much for me as a child. But in this season, where are you? So, I'm a little bit of a nerd. So let's talk a little bit about science of your brain. See, God designed your brain to protect you. When it senses ongoing stress, it activates your survival system. I told you before, you think there's a lion and there's no lion. When you live in chronic stress, it becomes harder to think about the person that God has created you to be. You're overloaded, you're exhausted. And people say things like, I didn't even recognize myself anymore. Your hair is different, your body has changed. Maybe you've gained weight, maybe you lost weight. You've done something different. And all of that's neurological. Your brain was created for seasons. Your brain was created for seasons of stress, not a lifestyle of stress. And so we get caught in this cultural trap that society calls productivity. But tonight, we are getting out of it. See, there's this thing called a self-abandonment technique, where you ask yourself 5 questions similar to the 5 why analysis and problem solving. And don't answer them too quickly, but you walk through the exercise. And in our collective, we can give you those individual questions. But I got a personal confession to make. There was a season in my life where I measured my value by what I could produce, what I could do, who I could help, the problems that I solve. And one day I found myself sitting unfulfilled. And I said, don't lose myself in one dramatic decision. I lost myself in 1,000 quiet compromises. Every unspoken boundary became a silent agreement to abandon myself. And the greatest act of stewardship isn't managing your schedule, it's protecting your soul. So what's really making us tired? It's not just your work, it's carrying the expectations that we never question. It's chasing approvals that we never truly needed. It's performing instead of living. It's believing our worth has to be earned every single day. That is why this season really wasn't just about the burnout. Burnout was simply just the smoke. Today we're going to look at the fire because I believe we found it through the analysis of our own self-abandonment. And so what does the self-abandonment really cost us? It's not just emotions, but it's spiritual, it's relationships, it's physical, it's financial. It's all of those things and a headache that says, I'm lost. But you really aren't lost. You're right here. You just got to get back to who you were supposed to be. And so then you got to count up the cost of what happens when you stop coming, when you get stuck. The other morning in our morning inspiration, I talked about when you're at the green light and you're sitting behind somebody and they're not going because they're waiting. And I said, what's distracting you that you don't realize that you got the green light to go? That's what we want to talk about, that cost. Because sometimes we have to pay it immediately, and sometimes we have to discover it years later. But it's one of the most expensive bills you'll ever receive is the bill of abandoning yourself. See, it's called a hidden receipt. As they say, you got the receipt. See, I've learned something recently about life. Nothing disappears, only transfers. The conversations that you avoid, they can become anxiety. The grief that you refuse to process often comes out in the form of anger. The boundaries that you never establish generally become resentment, and the dreams that you postpone become regrets. And you look back in life and say, I wish I coulda, shoulda, would have done. Nothing disappears. It simply just changes addresses. It's like I remember my initial address growing up as a child. It was 2719. But my address today is 1125. Different locations, different type of houses, different states. The top of the country to the other side of the coast, whatever that is, that address will change. But here's the thing, the occupancy of me is still the same. Your body keeps records that your calendar never will. See, the body always comes back to collect. I remember doing things as a child and wearing heels, 4, 5, 6-inch heels every day. Now I have foot problems, I have ankle problems, I have knee problems, all because of the decisions that I made in my 20s to wear heels all day. But the body collects. This is okay. You wanted to do that then. Now I'm here. So now you got to pay for what you did before. And it's okay. So 4 things that I want you to think about that self-abandonment steals from you. It steals your identity. The famous author Carl Jung wrote, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Notice he didn't say become impressive. He said become who you truly are. Those are two completely different goals. Number two, it steals your relationships. Think about this question. What happens when you spend so much time taking care of everyone else that you neglected your relationship with yourself? So you can't consistently give people a version of yourself that you no longer possess. Number three, it steals your purpose. Howard Thurman wrote, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive." And number four, it steals your peace. And we talked about peace a few times. But I remember standing in front of a mirror one morning, not asking, do I look successful? Not asking, do people admire me? The only question that mattered to me on that day was, would the little girl who dreamed about this life recognize the woman standing here today? The little girl who had dreams of success, would she be okay with the woman that I presented? See, success can fill your calendar, but only purpose fills your spirit. You don't heal by escaping your life, you heal by returning to yourself in Christ. The greatest loss isn't losing your job, your money, or your reputation. The greatest loss is losing yourself so gradually that no one noticed, not even you. And so finally, we want to talk about the courage to become a king. And so for this last space of time, we held up a mirror, not to shame you or not to expose you, but to remind you that underneath the stress, underneath the titles, underneath the responsibilities, there is still a person that God has not stopped loving. And maybe that's the greatest miracle of grace. God never forgot who you were. See, He shaped you and He fashioned you for a time as this, and He sent you into this earth to have an impact. But you got to return back to who you were built to be. See, you're not behind in life. Don't look at the calendar and say, oh, I'm too old, or I'm too broken, or maybe it's too late, I'm not qualified, I don't have the education. Don't get into what cans and the can-nots, because you're not what happened to you. Yes, you survived through the things, whether it was a divorce or a bad diagnosis or a failure or burnout, your mistakes, your traumas, whatever those were, you survived through them. And you are still the beloved daughter of God. And He's still calling dead things back to life. You know the scripture. Can these dry bones live? And I'm going to do a new thing. See, return back to the stillness. See, the first miracle most of us need to do is just silence. Turn off everything and just get one with your Creator. Silence the noise of the enemy. Silence the noise of the world. Because when God speaks, He often whispers. And when we keep surrounding ourselves with noise, we can't hear what He's saying. So if you don't create a space for God's voice, the world's noise will gladly fill. And then we want to return back to the truth. So you cannot heal while negotiating with lies that God has already rejected. Isolation protects your pain. Community exposes it to be healed. I know this is a little heavy, but I'm inviting you not to change your entire life in a moment, but I'm asking you to make one courageous decision. One boundary, one prayer, one conversation, one act of obedience, 1 hour of rest, one phone call, one journal entry, one step forward toward becoming, because the transformation rarely happens in giant leaps. It happens in small, faithful steps. Just like a baby, when they first start walking, it's a weeble and a wobble, and it's a small progression. And so I want you to get up from that place that you're in and make small, continuous steps forward to who you are supposed to be. And then I want you to declare. I want you to repeat these words wherever you are. Say them aloud. I am not what happened to me. I am not my past. I am not my mistakes. I am not my burnout. I am not my fear. I am becoming who God created me to be. And again, I am becoming who God created me to be. So wholeness isn't perfection. It's alignment with God, with who God says that you are. So I've asked you to do a lot of things tonight. And I really want you to pay attention to the mirror hanging in your bathroom wall. And really look into the mirror of your soul. And maybe it's the first time you've ever done it. Maybe you haven't done it in a long time. But I really want the woman that God has been calling by name to come forth. See, the greatest accomplishment isn't building a successful life. It's building a life you don't need to recover from. And that's what Wholeness Without Hustle has always been about. Not escaping work, not lowering your standards, not shrinking your dreams. It's about refusing to sacrifice your soul to achieve them. And so as we come to the close of our session tonight and the close of season 1, get in that mirror. Don't fix your hair. Don't adjust your clothes. Don't criticize your body. Don't just look. But ask yourself 3 small questions. Powerful. Who have I become? What has it cost me? And who is God inviting me to become next? And so we thank you for walking alongside us in this journey of season 1. And I'm getting excited about season 2 because season 2 is coming. We've got some powerful guests that will be joining us throughout the season. And we have another 12 exciting episodes for Wholeness Without Hustle. And Wholeness Without Hustle isn't a slogan, it's a decision to never again abandon yourself while trying to build a life God never asked you to prove that you deserve, but a life that you're supposed to walk in. And so I have a couple favors for you to do, or a couple things I would love for you to ask you to do. 1, like, share, and tag a friend who needs to hear this. 2, you'll see some advertisements coming out about the collective. Join in the collective because there's so many more tools that we provide you in the collective. And 3, subscribe to the YouTube channel or one of the podcast platforms. And 4, send us a message about what you want us to talk about next. Maybe there's a topic that you really want us to dialogue in, and we can add it into season 2. And 5, I want you to have an amazing day. Remember, we're doing Wholeness Without Hustle. That's all. That's it. I'm your girl, Coach TJ. Thank you again for joining the Wholeness Without Hustle podcast. And until next time, bye for now. We'll talk to you soon. This has been an amazing season, and we're grateful for your success, and we're grateful for your support of this season because we've gone from a couple hundred viewers to well over 100,000 viewers collectively on all of the platforms that we're on. So help us continue to grow and go to the next level, because we are becoming, and we're doing what? Wholeness without hustle. That's all. That's it. Thank you for joining us on Wholeness Without Hustle podcast. And remember, wholeness without hustle, power without pretending, and healing without apology. I'm your girl, Coach TJ, your transformation strategist, and we'll see you on our next episode.